Welcome to this Pride of Dakota feature. If you're looking for your next adventure story to read, instead of turning to a work of fiction, what if we could introduce you to a true story that talks about the history of women, the history of family, and has roots right here in North Dakota? In this episode, we'll visit with North Dakota author Pam Girard about her book, Letters from India, and how an unexpected discovery turned into a work of pure joy. Pam Girard has always loved to write. Her journey as a published author started in 1991 when she published her first cookbook. Joining us is author Pam Girard. Pam, welcome.
Thank you.
Pam, let's start with this unexpected discovery that started this whole project.
I was going through a house, my mother-in-law's house and father-in-law's house in Mandan, this grand old house, 3 stories, and I was going through room by room to get it ready for sale and distribute their things to family. And in an antique desk, I found a manila envelope filled with letters from my husband's aunt, who spent 38 years in India.
Wow.
And it was a hot day, muggy, it's non-air-conditioned house, and I just sat down on the couch and read for 5 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
It was so fascinating. I had received letters from her before, but being young and callow, you think, oh, well, we're moving, I'll just get rid of these letters. But here are all of them intact.
And there, you must have seen this story start to unfold.
Yes. First letter, I'm here, to leaving and coming home.
So what made you decide to take all these letters and turn it into a book?
I felt the story needed to be told.
Okay.
It was, if I loved it and it was a fascinating, fun work to do, that other people would enjoy it too. And it's such a history of women and of adventure and being on your own. There were times when women could only do 3 things, and if they married, they couldn't do it anymore, and she went off on her own and did everything.
Wow.
Women could be nurses, educators, or secretaries, and she was all 3 in India.
So it sounds like she was kind of a real pioneer.
Yes, she was.
Real pioneer spirit.
This was right after the Second World War ended. Within 2 weeks, she traveled to India.
So what other kinds of research did you do then? Obviously you have the letters as a basis, but did you have to do any other kind of research to put?
And I had other boxes, other family members sent us boxes of little snippets she wrote on napkins, pieces of paper, stories, children's stories. And to put that all together in a cohesive unit was difficult, and I had to check the facts. And just her first ship took her across the Atlantic was the first ship that went across after the ending of the Second World War.
Wow.
And its history had a lot to do with the Jewish refugees who were having trouble getting into other countries before the Second World War started, when they were being persecuted by Hitler. So I did research on that, and I did research. She would write something like, we're going to be evacuated. Well, why would they be evacuated in 1967 from the jungle? And it was because of a second of 2 wars between India and Kashmir, or over Kashmir between India and Pakistan.
Wow.
So it was just a great, interesting to find out about these things. And then to check with the history of the family, too. Why was she writing this specific thing to this specific person?
So here's this great adventure story overseas in a very historical time,
right,
that also has roots that tie back to North Dakota.
And also she experienced Gandhi's assassination and Indira Gandhi's assassination and all the turmoil. But she was apart from it, though, because she was deep in the jungle with a tribe. It's an indigenous tribe of Indians.
And all this time she's continuing to write the letters and tell this whole story. Mm-hmm. Wow. What a great discovery.
Oh, well, my husband would call downstairs. It'd be 9:30, 10 o'clock. Are we going to eat? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, Al.
We'll eat when I'm done.
And then I'd laugh out loud. Oh, that's hilarious. He said, what are you laughing about? Some funny story she would tell about getting lost in the jungle.
Well, this sounds like an amazing story that you put together. How long did it take you to put the whole thing together?
A year
to get together.
To do all the research and
to read the letters and keep your husband starving and all that stuff.
That's right. Okay. Me who writes cookbooks.
How much weight did your husband lose during this process? So if someone wants to get a hold of the book or, purchase the book, find out more information, what's the best way to do that, Pam?
You can call me at 701-255-3114. My cell is 701-400-7926. And my email is pam.girard@yahoo.com, and I'm on Facebook under Books by Pam Girard.
And then they can also purchase the book on Amazon as well, too, right?
Yeah.
And the name of the book is Letters from India. Right. And you spell Girard, Girard.
Correct.
Pam, this sounds like an amazing story. I think that, people love to read a good adventure story, but when it's true and it has North Dakota roots, all the better. And what a great story this really has turned out to be. So we just want to thank you for spending a few minutes in the studio with us.
Thank you. I do want to share this story.
For more information on this Pride of Dakota featured member, or to find other feature podcast episodes, visit our website at prideofdakota.com or join the conversation at facebook.com/prideofdakota.